Not entirely sure how to start this one. It's a pretty sensitive topic, in my opinion, but I think it really needs to be discussed. The shit that's going on in society today with, ICE and everything, I honestly am not fucking with it. I don't like it at all. Uh, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna name this damn episode. I ain't trying to run into no shit. Anyway, y'all. The premise behind this whole ICE thing, it was meant to get criminals, illegal criminals. Okay, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with border patrol. I'm fine with some sort of law enforcement. Even fine with homeland security. But ICE, on the other hand, which I don't consider part of homeland security. I mean, it's technically that department, but this new shit that they have going on, I don't know where the fuck this is coming from. I don't support the shit at all. I think it's probably doing more harm to our society than good. And honestly, I look at ICE as intimidation, control, and erasure. I feel like ICE is trying to erase community. And, you know, I'm not going to say togetherness, but in so many words, they're trying to, I guess, for lack of a better term, they're harassing. They're doing more harassment than actual good in this society. There's a not a post, but it's been documented that only 5 to 7% of detainees that ICE has captured since this whole thing started, only 5 to 7% actually have criminal backgrounds. Now, let's take that into consideration. I'm not entirely sure how many immigrants we have in our country. I'm not here to look. I'm not even about to look that up. All I know is 5% is horrible compared to what they're trying to do. Only 5 to 7% of detainees being actual, violent criminals. That's all they have. The rest of them are okay. You might have a ticket for a parking or some misdemeanor like theft or something like that. Okay, I get that. Wanting to make sure they're good too, but at the same time, majority of these people that ICE are fucking with aren't even criminals. And you can have this thing to where you feel like, oh, if you're out here illegal, then you need to go and this and that. And to a point, to a certain extent, I want to agree, but there's a way to go about this shit. There's due process, and I'm assuming there's other things. Then again, probably not with this fucked up society. I doubt it. But and this isn't coming from a politician. I don't consider myself a politician. I'm not sitting here doing hours of research on shit. I'm just speaking from my own experience of what I personally see. Now, I don't think what ICE is doing is it's not safe for us. I mean, honestly, if anything, this shit is only further dividing us because people who support ICE, I mean, hey, they gonna do what they do anyway. But for me personally, I can't respect anybody that supports ICE. I just can't. I mean, not only have they killed citizens, which we'll get into in a minute, there's even been reports of SA that's been going on in these detention centers. I saw somebody comment a story. Somebody said that there was one of these officers that took advantage of another detainee, a young woman, with empty promises of reuniting her with one of her family members. I think that was either her kids or something like that. But basically, taking advantage of this young woman, making her believe that she'll be reunited with whomever family member this is in exchange for a sexual favor. That's not consensual. I don't give a fuck how you phrase that. That shit is not consensual. That's manipulative and that is assault. It's fucking assault. Like, no matter how you look at it. So I don't know, y'all. It's crazy how the shit is going on. And again, I'm gonna continue to stress that I'm not against border patrol, but I am against the way that the shit is being dealt with. I'm a far and against this shit that's going on today. This shit here that's going on today is not border patrol. This is fucking intimidation tactics. This is terror hiding behind a fucking bulletproof vest. And what kills me, like what trips me out even more is there's fucking immigrants that are in ICE. ICE was made to get rid of you motherfuckers. But yeah, y'all want to work with them? What fucking sense does that make? Anyway, y'all, it's fucking ridiculous. Now I'm gonna talk about my take on Renee Good and Alex. I think Preddy is the way you pronounce his last name. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but Alex Preddy and Renee Good. From the videos that I saw, this is what I saw. I did not see anywhere in this video where she tried to run this man over. John, what was his name? It wasn't John. Whatever this fucking Ice Age's name. I think it was Jonathan something. I did not see where this lady tried to run him over with her vehicle. I saw her trying to drive away. Now, I will admit, whoever that other lady was with her, she was definitely antagonizing them. However, that is not an excuse for murder. Antagonization is not an excuse to fucking kill somebody, put 3 bullets in their head. Your last words being fucking bitch or hi, whatever he said, bitch was part of that. And then refusing any sort of aid to her as she laid there dying, choking on her own blood, blood probably gushing out of her fucking head. And you sat there and denied help for her. And you know what happened? The bitch got pardoned. He got full immunity. And they painted Renee as the bad person. They painted her as the domestic fucking terrorist. All because she was trying to drive away. Everybody, all these fucking people keep saying, "Oh, she tried to run him over and this and that." Not true. She did not try to run this man over. Why the hell was she a white person? Anybody for that matter? Why would they try to run over a police officer? I personally don't see the fucking benefit of running over a police officer, especially an armed one at that. So, my point being, if you feel like Renee deserved what she got, you can unfriend me now. Or if you make yourself known, I will make damn sure to unfriend you. I'll probably even block your ass because it's not about parties anymore, in my opinion. I mean, well, I'm not going to get into the political parties, but it's no longer about Democrat versus Republican in my eyes. It's more so about hierarchies versus just normal people at this point. It's no longer right versus left. It's right versus wrong. And everybody who is on the right or what they call it feel like everybody who is on the left is wrong and vice versa. I It's hard to really pinpoint how I feel about that exactly. Honestly, I'm looking at it kind of from a midpoint. Like I see some good in the Democratic Party as well as the Republican Party. I see a lot of bad within I see way more bad in the Republican than the Democrat, but I do see where Democrats do lack more specifically. And this thing, I understand this, but I also feel like they kind of folded with the EBT thing. But I get it though. It wasn't even about that anymore. I mean, we had millions of Americans going without EBT and without things that they needed. So I feel like in that instance, it may have been best to just end it, just so people wouldn't have to suffer. However, this new partial shutdown is because it's the main premise of this partial shutdown is over giving more funding to ICE. And to that, I pray and I pray and I pray and I hope that the Democrats do not fold behind this. As long as our people and our citizens are still getting their entities and what they need, like EBT, whatever, whatever will be affected if the government were to shut fully down. I do hope that they still get that. However, I hope that the Democratic Party do not fold over this because ICE does not need more funding. They need to be disbarred, in my fucking opinion. And again, I will continue to stress this throughout the entire live stream. I am not against border patrol, but it has to be done correctly. The way this is being done right now is not. It's just fucked up in my opinion. And I mean, I'm not a politician. I don't consider myself to be one, but I do have the right to voice my opinion on what the fuck I see going on and how it's affected me. I mean, don't get me wrong. Renee Good, Alex Preddy. Those deaths didn't really affect me. I mean, they affected me because I'm like, it's fucked up how ICE is doing this, but I'll actually get into how this shit directly affects me and my family. Now, moving on to Alex Preddy. Again, in this video, I did not see where this man was trying to attack ICE. How could he possibly attack ICE when he was pinned down by goddamn 5 or 6 officers, or however many they had out there? There's even an instance in the video. Now, I mean, some people may see it, some people may not see it, but I saw it. There was an instance in the video where one of the ICE officers disarmed Alex maybe 2, 3 seconds before they basically emptied the fucking magazines into him. So to that I say, what was the purpose of that? What was the purpose of not only pinning this man down for whatever reason, whatever he was doing, you pinned him down, you disarmed him, but that wasn't enough apparently. Y'all didn't have to fire off what was it, 5 shots into this man? 5 shots too fucking many, regardless of however many it was. It was too damn many. The man should still be alive today. Renee Good should still be alive today. All of these people, and there was matter of fact, there was another one that just recently died in fucking custody. I forgot his name. I'm sorry, my man. I forgot your name, but rest in peace to you as well. He deserves to be alive today. I think it was a Mexican guy or something like that, older guy. But regardless, anybody who's died underneath ICE, alteration, whatever the word is, anybody who's basically lost their life, whether directly or indirectly tied to ICE, deserves to be alive today. I don't see, honestly, I don't see where people support this kind of shit. I don't understand why people support ICE killing their own citizens, killing us, you know, whatever with the shit that they're doing. I don't see why people support that. And whenever I try to have conversations with people who do support it, I'm met with just pure ignorance. Like, for example, I had an argument with a guy yesterday on Facebook, and I was like, okay, so what exactly is ICE? How exactly is ICE not terrifying, our neighborhoods? And he said some stupid shit. I'm gonna have to look it up again. But the deal came down to, the important part, it came down to, I basically said that I didn't see, like I just said, I didn't see where Renee Good tried to run the guy over. I didn't see where Alex Petty was trying to attack ICE. However, those two are dead, therefore making ICE, you know, they're murderers. They they're killing citizens. That was not the whole premise of ICE. The whole premise of them was to get out dangerous, illegal criminals, not regular illegals. Not no matter of fact, I'm sorry. I don't even like referring to them as illegals. Immigrants, not regular immigrants, not people who are trying to actively get their citizenship here, which that takes fucking decades, I heard, and not people who are just here to work. Like a lot of these immigrants are in this city or in this country, in our cities, in our states, in our neighborhoods. A lot of them are here to just work. They want to do exactly what we're doing, make a living for themselves and their families. It's not their fault that they don't have to charge an arm and a fucking leg for construction work compared to the prices that and I'm going to get into this next, compared to the prices that I've gotten from American workers compared to Hispanic workers, it's like night and fucking day. Now, and this brings me into my next point. I work in construction, right? I've been working in construction since for about 14 years now, 15 years on and off. I sometimes I go to school to do my own thing there, but either way it goes, we have a construction business, right? We use Hispanics. Honestly, we do. But the thing about it is, one of the guys we use, we've known him for 20 years now. 20 fucking years. The other guy, I've known him for almost 10 years. These guys, both of these guys, and their families, they're the people that live in the house with them, all of them are legal citizens here. They, when they first came here, they did what they had to do. By the grace of God, they got the citizenship. I don't know how soon they got it, but what I do know is they do have it. But that doesn't stop ICE from still fucking with them though. So when ICE was sent out here to New Orleans, where I'm at, when I tell y'all there were so many workers that just wouldn't go anywhere. They were so scared they stayed in their houses for the entire time ICE was out here, including the guys that I use for my jobs. So let's take that. Let's put the pieces together. ICE makes their way to New Orleans. We already know what type of timing they on. They don't give a fuck if you legal or not. If you a Mexican, they gonna fuck with you, which is racist as fuck, by the way. They sent out here to New Orleans, right? What happened next? When everybody got word that they were coming out here, a lot of the workers, if not all of them, honestly, most of them for sure. I think I may have seen one or two crews still doing work, but for the majority, a lot of them they hid out in their homes. But let's also take this into consideration. I had ongoing jobs at the time. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't have ongoing jobs at the time, but I still depend on those guys to do the labor part for me. So while they're hiding out, I could not get any new jobs because I didn't have the workers to do that. That directly affects my fucking income, which affects my family. So ICE, Trump, all you MAGA bitches that support this shit, that don't think the shit applies to you, I can promise you this shit applies to any and every fucking body, whether directly or indirectly. Hispanics and all kind of immigrants that come here from wherever they come from. That's what makes America unique. That is what makes America great. Not this bullshit that y'all spew about making America great again. This shit was never great. What makes America great is the unity that we are supposed to show to anybody, regardless of where the fuck they come from. We're supposed to welcome our Mexican brothers and sisters, our Latino brothers and sisters, our Asian brothers and sisters, black, white, fucking German, Arabian. I what the what's that other one? I got a guy right now. Israeli. We're supposed to welcome our brothers and sisters with open arms. We're supposed to help them get the citizenship that they need, not fucking shun them for not having it, turning a blind eye to the fucked up system that we have now that's taking people 20 years to get their fucking citizenship and then sending them off like fucking slaves on a boat ship or like slaves on that ship. That's basically what the fuck they're doing. I consider that being somewhat not relevant, but somewhat similar to when white people came to our as in our ancestors, came to their land, stole them off their land, and brought them to where they wanted to bring them to. ICE is doing somewhat the exact same thing, taking these people from land that, first of all, white folks, racist white folks at that. First of all, this land was stolen. Whether you want to believe it or not, this land was stolen. This shit was not conquered or whatever the fuck you want to make it out to be. It was not discovered by Christopher Columbus. It was discovered by indigenous people, indigenous Native Americans. If anything, if you're not Native American, we're all fucking immigrants to this land. If you want to be technical about the shit, we're all immigrants to this land. And also, just I'm gonna digress just a tad bit and let you stupid motherfuckers something. Let you stupid people know something. A lot of y'all that complain about people that don't speak good English, ooh, my beard all crooked and shit. Don't mind that, y'all. I gotta hit. I gotta see my barber big time. But To you motherfuckers that complain about people that don't speak English, do you guys not realize that English is not an American language? Do y'all not realize that? So English is not America's language. English originated from England. America does not have a native language, which is another thing that makes us so unique. We have so many people coming from so many different walks of life that just in my city alone, New Orleans, you might find somebody that speaks English. You might go down the street and find a motherfucker that speaks Spanish. You might go downtown and hear somebody that might speak French. So I say that to say this. You cannot say that English is the American language because English, first of all, again, did not originate in America. It originated in England. And you can't just steal a fucking language and make it yours like y'all been doing this land for God knows how long time started. Since time started, y'all have been stealing shit from other people and making it your own. I don't get that. Not all white folks though. Not all white folks. It's just the racist entitled ones. Y'all know me. I don't hate nobody, but I damn sure don't respect people that support Trump or ICE or whatever the fuck is going on with ICE nowadays. And I can't do it because like I said, it's sorry. And the reason I can't do it is because there's just there's too much evidence against ICE. There's too many reports coming out of harassment, assault, murder. Matter of fact, the guy that died in the detention center, I heard he was a sexual predator, but that's neither here nor there. I, apparently, he was strangled in the detention center, but we're not gonna talk about that. Um, so I'm gonna give an example. I once had a project, right? And the project was a roof repair. It was a roof repair and some sheetrock repair. Now, I got two crews to look at this site. Two crews. One crew made up of two white guys, one crew made up of Hispanics that I got from one of my main guys. Brought the white guys out there first. They did their little assessment, whatever they had to do. They came back with a price of almost $10,000. It was around nine. It was like the high nines or something like that. But just for the sake of me not really remembering what they told me, I know it was around that. So let's just say $10,000 round up. So I was like, okay, I'll let you know. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking this motherfucker done lost his mind. I'm not about to pay you $10,000 for a roof repair. Not even a whole roof. It's a repair, and it wasn't even shingles. It was drip edge. I brought the Hispanic crew out there from my main guy. They did their thing. They gave me a price of $2,600. 2,000 like 600 something. So 2,600 compared to almost 10. You do the math. You know what I'm saying? That's a fucking big ass difference. But that just goes to show that it's not the immigrants' fault that they can charge way less on for their work than white guys do or that Americans do. It just shows the greed that Americans have and that they've been having since the beginning of fucking time. So I say that I'm gonna end on this. Uh, like I said, I'm gonna stress this one more time. I'm not against border patrol. However, I am against the way that the shit is being handled. I am fully against ICE. ICE could go to fucking hell for all I care. Trump, I'm against you too. I ain't gonna say that, but in terms of ICE, all you motherfuckers are bitches, in my opinion. All y'all are bitches. Y'all are just out there. I feel like half you motherfuckers would probably just been bullied in middle school when you're just using that shit as an advantage. And y'all don't deserve shit. Honestly, y'all don't. I think y'all are a terror to the communities. I think y'all are a terror to yourselves, honestly. I think you're only answering to Donald Trump because y'all are his yes men. I hope Nintendo and Pokemon both sue the fuck out of y'all for using the Pokemon theme song in your stupid, corny bullshit rhetoric. Whatever video you had, I hope they sue the everlasting fuck out of the entire Department of Homeland Security. And I hope they sue y'all to the point where it bankrupt you motherfuckers. That's all I got to say. Fuck you, Ice, and fuck you, Trump.